Good morning, students of class 9. We have already come to the end of the chapter, almost at the end of the chapter. Just few topics are left which we will complete today. Today we will start with the retreating monsoon season or the transition season. Now, in general words, we call it the autumn season. This season generally starts with the end of the rainy season and ends with the starting of the winter season or the cold weather season. The retreating monsoon season generally covers 2 months, mainly October, or you can say the end of September, until the mid of November. We are having this retreating monsoon season. During this season, the sun's heat gets transferred slowly to the southern hemisphere. The apparent position of the sun's heat belt shifts to the southern hemisphere, and so the low pressure that had built up over the Indian landmass gets replaced by a high pressure, because that heat is no longer there, that high temperature is no longer there, and we start experiencing a general decline in the temperature. The low pressure trough becomes weaker and the high pressure over the landmass becomes stronger, because we have already received the rains of the rainy season, and so the land is cooler, the air is also comparatively cooler. Secondly, we find that the water, which I have mentioned repeatedly before, takes time to get heated up. So now the water surface is heated up, and the high pressure which was supposed to be present on the water body is no longer there. There is an exchange of position, that is, the low pressure of the landmass gets transferred on the surrounding seas, and the high pressure of the seas is now positioned over the landmass. So the winds also start withdrawing, the winds start moving backward, and the northern hemisphere, over the northern hemisphere, the movement is slower in comparison to the southern part of our country. In the northern part of the country, the winds rather move slower. In the peninsular portion, the movement, the withdrawal of the winds is rather faster, rather rapid. Now the southwest trade winds, the southwest monsoon winds as we call it, after it enters India, starts withdrawing, and at the beginning of October the southwest monsoon winds now move away from the northern part of the country. This is a period of transition from the rainy season to the cold weather season to the winter season, and now as the rains are over, the skies are clear, and because the skies are clear, the daytime temperature rises high. But we also observe another very important thing, that though the daytime temperatures are warmer because of clear sky, the night time temperatures becomes rather cool, as the main source of heat is not there. But during this time the lands are wet, because the rainy season is just over, and there is still lot of moisture in the air, and because of this moisture in the air, because of this humidity, we feel very much uncomfortable. There is too much of perspiration, a lot of heat seems to be trapped around us within the atmosphere. So it gives us a condition which is known as October heat, and there is lot of humidity, lot of perspiration, and we experience it during the early part of the October month or the first half of the October month. After the first half, the temperature starts falling because the sun's heat has now shifted totally to the southern hemisphere, because we all know that during the summer season of northern hemisphere, the southern hemisphere enjoys winter. And now as we start registering falling temperatures, the southern hemisphere start registering rising temperature, because after 23rd September the sun's heat totally shifts to the southern hemisphere. Now we find there is some more notable features here, because the low pressure is there over the seas. The water of Bay of Bengal is quite heated up, and along with the high temperatures of the water and the supply of moisture over the seas, we find that cyclonic circulation develops in Bay of Bengal, and these cyclonic circulations are pushed towards our eastern coastal plain. And these cyclones sometimes originate in the Andaman Sea. Andaman Sea is rather close to Myanmar because of the presence of easterly jet stream still there. These cyclones are pushed towards our eastern coastal plain, and these cyclones cause heavy and widespread rain. These cyclones bring the major share of rainfall of the Coromandel coast. Sometimes these cyclones also move towards our Orissa coast, sometimes West Bengal, sometimes Bangladesh. So every year these cyclones are common. In fact, you will find that the months of October, November especially are noted for cyclonic rainfall along the eastern coastal plain every year. And so this transition period or the season of retreating monsoon is also known as the season of withdrawing monsoons. So this retreating monsoon season is the autumn season, and the end of the retreating monsoon season results in the beginning of the winter season. So next, the topic is distribution of rainfall. So for the distribution of rainfall, children, you will find that there are two maps given in your book. One of the map gives the details of the rainfall amount that is received during the rainy season. That is, if you open to page number 36, you will find that one map states about the seasonal rainfall from June to September. Now from June to September, you will find that the western coastal plain, some parts of our northeastern India are the areas which receive rainfall above 200 centimeter. And the western part of the country, that is our Rajasthan, some parts of our southern India, especially the Tamil Nadu coast, and receive very less amount of rainfall. In case of seasonal rainfall, that is the rainfall from June to September. But when we compare this with the annual rainfall, you will find that both the maps vary a bit. You will find that the Tamil Nadu coast, which had received very less rainfall in the seasonal rainfall map, you will find that it receives rainfall in the range of 100 to 200 centimeter in the annual rainfall map. Similarly, children, you will find a little bit of difference in the annual rainfall recording in the northeastern part of the country as well. So some variations are there because there are some parts of the country which receive more rain during the retreating monsoon season, or you can say it receives some rainfall in the winter season. So the variation occurs, but more or less we find that some areas of our country lies in the rain shadow and they receive comparatively lesser amount of rainfall permanently, like our western Rajasthan, little bit of Punjab also, Gujarat receives lesser rainfall. Our Deccan Plateau area, parts of Deccan Plateau receives lesser rainfall. And we have another zone, that is our Leh Ladakh area, which receives lesser rainfall because there precipitation is in the form of snowfall rather rainfall. So variations are there in our country in different parts. Variation is there in the different forms of rainfall also, because some parts receive rainfall, some parts receive snowfall. So variation is there in the forms of precipitation, not in rainfall. Now another thing is very important, that variability is no doubt there in the country in the arrival of the monsoon, in the departure of the monsoon, and the variability is more in the areas which receive less rainfall. Like the zones which receive less rainfall, they may receive much more lesser rainfall in the years when El Nino is developed, or the years in which when we have lesser rainfall. Nevertheless, there are some parts of the country which are flooded due to heavy rainfall, and there are some parts of the country which have dry season, which have less rainfall, and they suffer from drought. Anyway, children, the last topic of the chapter deals with the monsoon as a unifying bond. So monsoon is no doubt a very important phenomena of the country. It acts as a unifying bond in the country. We children find that we have Himalayas in the north, so our winters are not very much biting cold in the northern plain. Peninsular region in fact enjoys the moderating influence of the land breeze and sea breeze throughout the year. So there also the temperature conditions remain moderate. But in spite of all this, the monsoon winds are like a very much welcome relief after the great summer heat. We all know, children, that monsoons are a very important part of Indian climatic condition, and the coming of the monsoon heralds the start of the seasons. It gives the country a rhythmic cycle of season. Although we know very well that the time of arrival is not fixed every year, the amount of rainfall is not fixed every year. It varies from time to time, from year to year. But in spite of all this, we wait very much excited to welcome the monsoons after the great summer heat. Even the great Indian landscape dries up in the summer season. The rivers get dried up, the plants, the animals, all of them are thirsty, and all of them wait for the coming of the monsoon. For the entire country, the agricultural activities starts with the coming of the monsoon. We are basically a country which is dependent upon farming, and agriculture is the most dominant activity, and so the entire agricultural calendar of our farmers, the farming activities, are very much controlled by these monsoon winds. The success of the harvest depends upon the monsoon. Our festivals, our dress, our food habits, all of them are very much controlled by the seasons and the seasons are controlled by the monsoons. Year after year, people from north to south, people from east to west eagerly wait for the arrival of the monsoons after the summer heat, and these monsoon winds provide water to our rivers. The monsoon winds provide water to our soil. The dry soil gets filled up with water, and it seems that its thirst is quenched after the summer season. And so the agricultural activities, the tilling of the land, the plowing of the land starts with the first rain. The river valleys also gets filled up with the water, and the life of the people unites as a single river valley unit. So the monsoons are a very much welcome feature in the seasons of our country. And so India has a season, and we are very much lucky to enjoy different seasons, and our climate is known as tropical monsoon climate. Thank you, children. I hope you all will understand after going through this video. Thank you very much.